Some disasters are unavoidable and could cause significant damage. Now we are going to report 5 kinds of disasters and how they affect people. First, we want to talk about storm. September 16 in Miami, a hurricane named Eva, with winds gusting to 110 miles per hour, struck the Florida coast, killing at least 4 persons and wreaking widespread havoc. Winds ripped roofs of dozens of houses, whipped up huge waves along the coast, and knocked down hundreds of power lines, blacking out much of the Miami area. More than 30,000 people along the coast have been ordered to evacuate their homes in flood-prone areas. After the storm, the Disaster Control Center said that the death toll had risen to 17 people. Another 179 people were injured seriously enough to require hospitalization. About 5,000 homes were seriously damaged, and also property damage was estimated at more than $800 million. The government called it the worst natural catastrophe to hit the state in 2 decades. They also said that hurricane victims were eligible for a federal disaster relief fund.
Now we are talking about the accident. February 2 in Colorado, a jam-packed busload of skiers crashed head-on into a tractor-trailer truck and plunged into a mountain ravine, killing 70 people and seriously injured 32 others. The officer investigating the tragedy said the bus was overtaking a small van on an icy curve when it collided with the truck. The slightly injured truck driver told police he tried to swerve but skidded on an ice road into the bus. And survivors say the bus driver pulled out to pass the van when the slower-moving vehicle refused to yield the right of the way. Suddenly, a truck came around the bend and plowed into the bus, and the bus driver was killed instantly. Officials say it was the worst traffic accident in the state in 5 years.
Next is fire. September 23 in London, flames raged through the 16-story luxury hotel in Kensington, killed at least 17 people and injured dozens more. Hospital authorities say 259 people have been treated for smoke inhalation and burns. At least 43 of those have been hospitalized, many with 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Witnesses said the blast started when a canister of inflammable cooking gas burst into flames in the kitchen of the hotel restaurant. Hotel employees were unable to extinguish the fire, which quickly spread, touching off more stored cooking gas in a series of blasts. Even before fire alarms went off, the explosions roused most of the hotel guests, but they couldn't escape through the main exit next to the blazing restaurant because it was engulfed in flame. Fortunately, most finally escaped through emergency exits in the rear of the building. The fire burned for more than 5 hours, gutting the entire structure.
And now we are talking about the earthquake and the volcano. May 29 in Mexico, a massive earthquake and volcano eruption rocked a tiny Mexican island, leveling 3 fishing villages and killed at least 35 people. The government said the earthquake, which registered 7.9 on the Richter scale, struck the island with 980 inhabitants, reducing most buildings on the island to rubble within moments. The shocks also apparently set off an eruption of the island's long-dormant Mount Gallegos volcano. Seismologists say they expect a series of sharp aftershocks to send more tremors through the area, causing more damage and increasing the flow of molten lava that has already poured down the mountain aside, halfway to the island's main village. Officials say they were going to organize a sea lift to evacuate as many people from the island as possible. The last disaster is drought. July 16 in Topeka, Kansas, a 2-month-long drought through most of the Great Plains is seriously threatening the fall harvest of wheat and corn. Regional Representative George Haddon, said the federal government has already allocated more than $50 million in emergency funds for irrigation to prevent a complete crop failure. Weather forecasts for the rest of the month, however, indicated no relief for farmers who have suffered through scorching summer temperatures with less than 10% of normal rainfall. The drought is expected to have a significant effect on world grain stocks and market prices. Although all consumers will suffer from the price hikes, hardest hit will be those in food-short countries dependent American surplus grain to stay off famine.
Though we can totally prevent the happen of natural disaster,
We can make efforts to reduce the damage.
this is our report.
Thank you for listening.